Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for September 2. September 2 is the 245th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 246th in leap years, with 120 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is candelabra. Candelabra is actually a plural form of the noun candelabrum, which is a large branched candlestick or holder for several candles or lamps. This is one of those cases where the plural form of the word has come to hold the meaning of the singular form, such that I imagine many people are unaware that the singular form is candelabrum. I'm not going to try to retrain the whole world here. Candelabra. Whichever form you choose, this word comes to us from Latin. First documented use of the word candelabra or candelabrum is in the early 1800s. And with that, we're going to start on September 2 in the year 44 BC. It says that Pharaoh Cleopatra VII of Egypt declared her son co-ruler as Ptolemy XV Caesarion. And I thought, I've certainly heard of Cleopatra, and I imagine you have too, but I never thought about her being a pharaoh. Now, her son, he was born in 47 BC. You know, everything BC is backwards to now. He was born in 47 BC, and now this was 44 BC, so he will have been about 3 years old when she declared him co-ruler. She declared him co-ruler, but of course she was still in charge. Now, there's a popular story about Cleopatra committing suicide, and that could be, but with all the political intrigue at the time, it's about as likely that she was assassinated. I don't know what really happened to her. She might have been assassinated and made to look like a suicide. That happens. That's been going on for a while. Her plan was to have her son be in charge after her passing, but he didn't live much longer than she did. The Romans were trying to take over the world at the time. She died in early August in 30 BC, and he died before the month was out. She was 39 and he was 17 when they died. Those were difficult times. Now, we mentioned the Carrington event the other day. It went on for a bit and it finally began to dissipate on this day, September 2nd, 1859. It is noted as the strongest geomagnetic storm on record. On September 2, 1912, Arthur Rose Eldred was awarded the first Eagle Scout Award of the Boy Scouts of America. This is the birthday of tennis player, coach, and sportscaster Jimmy Connors, born September 2, 1952. Now, 2 years ago, on September the 2nd of 2019, I found an article on history.com that I found interesting. This was about the first automatic teller machine, or ATM as we know them now, making its debut. That historical event was way back in 1969. Can you believe it? I was astonished that it had happened so long ago. Anyway, I read the story in front of a video camera and uploaded it to YouTube, and that was the beginning of my This Day in History series. A few other stories came along on that video, a few birthdays. I read them in the order in which I found them, which was completely out of chronological order, the way I like to arrange things now. But it was a beginning, wasn't it? So let's call this an anniversary. September 2, 2019. I've been doing this with a fair degree of consistency for 2 years. I know I have missed some days, but we're getting them filled in. This might be a good place to mention that Mr. Bowers really incited an appreciation for history back when I first met him some 29 years ago. Pretty sure it was Mr. Bowers who gave me the idea of history as elegant gossip. Elegant gossip, imagine that. Well, really, we're learning about people and the things they do and what happened next and what the ultimate result of those actions were. Kind of like gossip, elegant gossip. The notion makes history a lot more palatable and interesting, for me at least, and learning about what people did, why they did it, and what the results of their actions were, how things came to be the way they are now, is revealed to us in history. It can sure give you some insights. I've heard most of my life people say the more things change, the more they stay the same. You can see that in the study of history also. Let me just tell you that at about the time that I'd been making these videos for a year, I knew there were a few holes in it. There were a few days that I'd missed, but I'd been doing it about a year, and so I was thinking, okay, what next? What'll I do next? And I was thinking about how to phase this out and not do it anymore, and I began hearing from some of my viewers. One in particular, a little boy, who I believe was 10 at the time, began commenting on my videos. It became crystal clear that he really, really loves history and was looking forward to these videos. So Mr. Bowers was the initial inspiration, and this young man, I'm talking to you, Braxton, this young man really encouraged me to keep making this day in history. And then I began hearing from some of my other viewers. I began to see that this isn't just me looking up elegant gossip and talking about it, but it means something to people. It means something to people to learn about our past, the things that we can learn. There are things in the history of humanity that is not even in history, prehistory, things that we can only guess about and make up. But the things that we can find out about, I will certainly be looking those things up and telling you about them. Now, I don't know if you've seen them yet, but I've started putting out these YouTube hashtag shorts. Made a couple of those actually yesterday and posted them. Several people have commented favorably about the word of the day, and it occurred to me that the word segment is perfect, a perfect candidate for hashtag shorts. So keep an eye out for those. I'll be going back through all the old videos to make hashtag shorts out of them. Those will be included in their own playlist on my YouTube channel page. Well, that is a bit more than I intended to say about the anniversary. There is a video for September 2 from last year and 2019, and I'll put a link in the iCards and also in the show notes below for those. And that's all I have for you. This recording has taken a surprising bit longer than I thought that it had, but we'll be editing quite a bit out, I'm sure. So, and there comes the fan. What perfect timing. Time to get off the video. Hope you learned something you didn't know before. I know I sure did. I always do. As always, links to my sources will be included in the show notes, and I think we'll have images today. I think it's early enough that I can get some images in here. Images are from Bing Images, licensed free to use and share. Our beautiful outro music is from Jesse Gallagher from YouTube's Music Library. It's a song called Divine Life Society. There's a link to his channel in the show notes also. Alrighty, I think we're about to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And feel free to share this video with others with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. All right. Okay, for crying out loud. Good grief. All right, let's see here. Okay, do that again. We'll do that in a minute. That might not make it into the video, we'll see. Changing it up.